Hi everybody, it's Dave's blog, video blog, quote unquote, prepping or getting ready, or sometimes it's called uh, SHTF, when the shit hits the fan. And they talk a lot about bug out bags. And I got thinking, well, it would have to be a pretty serious apocalyptic event and that you would want to leave your home. I'm not saying that won't happen. It's a distinct possibility. But what's more likely to happen is the same kind of thing we had a number of years ago. I think it was 3 Christmases ago. We had a major power failure in Toronto. Portions of the city, major portions of the city were left without power for up to 4 days. And it was quite cold. There was no heat. The one thing we did have, which was a lifesaver, was the waterworks were running on generators. So we had water. And in my case, I had gas, hot water. I had a gas heater, so I was able to. I had hot water, but that was it. There was no heat because even though the furnace is gas, the circulating pump, because it was a hot water system, the circulating pump wasn't working, and you need power for the ignition system of the furnace. So there was no heat. We ended up having to bug out because it just got too cold in the apartment. It was like -8 or something Celsius, which is pretty darn cold. So what we did was we went to the brother-in-law's, who was basically about 6 blocks away, but he had power for some strange reason. Even on his block, it was like hit or miss. Some houses had power, some houses did not. So we stayed there until the power came back on. But there is a scenario where a bug-out bag would be useful. And here's my bug-out bag. Basically, it's not designed to camp in the woods. It's designed to pick up your stuff and go somewhere, a motel, a friend, family, whatever, to get away from the situation you're in. So basically, I've set this up for. I actually am going to the in-laws on Tuesday. This is Friday, and we're going to stay overnight. So I basically packed up a go bag for overnight. So I got my sleepwear. I've got 2 pair of socks. Why 2 for one night? Well, it's always good to have an extra pair of dry socks just in case. Now, I went out to buy some elastic bands, and I'll get to that in a minute. So I have tons of elastic bands now. I figured why not secure them so that everything I want stays in one place. This thing is not designed for camping or hiking or anything else. It's designed for taking your computer with you to school. So it's not the best bug out bag. Let's call it a SHTF bag. But it's all I have right now. So what I'm going to do is pack it. I've already pretty much got it ready to go. And it gets everything in one place, and it's very easy to transport when I'm ready to go. I just throw it on my back, get down, jump in the car, and we go. But I figure since I have so much space left over, basically everything I need is already in here. I got toothbrush, toothpaste, and the deodorant's going to go in there. I have a, if you're on any kinds of medications, I strongly recommend you get one of these. And fill it up. And if you feel like it, it's a good idea to refill it as you use it. That way you've always got a 7-day supply of medication on hand, and it's already set up for the evening and morning. And the other thing is I just went and robbed the pantry. I got a couple of these to take with me because the place we're going, the brother-in-law's there, and he's pretty much the typical bachelor. And like I say, since I had so much space, I started to put together a bug-out bag, which, basically most of this stuff won't even be touched. This is a very useful little package. It is about that much. Not that that means anything to you, but it's about a foot of duct tape. Good old-fashioned duct tape. And I'm a big fan of Ren Green's philosophy about duct tape. Okay, so we can find a place to store that. And see, this bag is just not going to cut it. I'm going to order another one from Amazon. Something with zippered pockets and stuff like that. Anyways, there's the duct tape. We'll just throw it in there for now. Tea bags, well, we have several options. You can put them in an old pill bottle. Here we have the beginnings of what I call a fire pack. I got these, basically what they are is cotton sheets. They were infused with some non-alcoholic but supposedly antiseptic solution for fixing, for cleaning your different things. I use it for my face mask. And I was noticing that a lot of bug out kits that they have for survival have little cotton fiber fire starter thingies. So I tested this. I took it into the kitchen and put it in a non-combustible material pan and lit it on fire, and it burned quite well for about 5 seconds, which is, okay. And basically how you make it is you just I just cut a piece of strip off before I realized that it works better if you don't cut it and you just shred. So you just pull it apart. Yeah, this one doesn't want to cooperate. Anyways, let's use the one I get ready. You just basically stretch it and it'll start to shred on its own. Yeah. So you pull pieces off like that. Go, and then you just take it in. Now, I just did enough to figure out whether it's going to work and how it's going to be stored and that sort of thing. This piece is pretty. Well, I think I'll leave it like this because you might need a wick, and this would make a really nice wick. All you would have to do is twist it together by doing this. You could infuse it with wax or something to keep it together and to make it easier to start. And then the other end you could dip in cooking oil, and voila, you have a lamp. There we go. Okay, so I really made a mistake when I bought these chairs. They were on sale for half price for good reason. They're garbage. Anyways, there's my fire starter kit. one of them anyways. It's always good to have backups. And oh, that reminds me. Keep these as dry as possible. The drier the better. Okay. And there you go. A fire starter kit. That's plan A and B. I also have lemon ginseng tea is excellent. A very useful device. If you can get one of these, grab it. They're not expensive, but they're very useful. And here's why. This looks like an ordinary lighter, and it is, except there's no striker. If you need it to, you could use this. It's piezoelectro, I think they call it. But what makes this so useful is the bottom has a valve to fill it. So you turn it upside down, you take a can of butane and fill it up. So it's reusable once it runs out. And you just drop it in like this. And put this over top of it. Turn off the safety. And you have a blowtorch. Now this would be really good for starting fires. And it has a safety. Okay, so that's in my Go Pack as well. Well, that's about it. It's all set to go. All I have to do on Tuesday is walk into my closet, throw on my pack, and away we go. I'm really surprised, weight-wise, it really doesn't weigh that much. It's maybe 10 pounds. It's by far the lightest this pack's ever been. And that's with everything I need for the long weekend. So there's my mission specific Go Pack, Go Bag, and Go Pack, backpack, whatever. Real quick, I'll run through it. Let's bring this around so we can see what we're doing. Oop. Yeah. All right, so I did a little modification here. Let me swing it around. Because their pockets in here really suck. If you can see that. This compartment, that's what you get for buying a Chinese tripod. Okay, this compartment here has all of my Go emergency stuff in case I have a breakdown. There's candles, there's toilet paper, there's my fire starter kit. Oh no, those are tea bags. There's duct tape. What else? Oh yeah, I put in a little radio. This is actually for, I wouldn't exactly call it a hobby, but it's a special radio, but it works very well as a radio. If anybody knows what that is, give me a call or leave me a comment. I'd like to see what you think. Here's the fire kit. Okay. So everything I need for, emergencies. Headlamp, which takes the same batteries. That's why I put 6 batteries in there. And of course my tea bags. The only thing that's missing is the knife, which I keep in the car. So I can add that at any time. Okay. And there's lots of room left in there for other things. This pouch here only has my toothbrush in it. So I'm going to put my shaver in there and my deodorant and everything else. And we're ready to go, which is the whole point of a Go Pack. All right. Oh, that's the candles. I discovered, quite by accident, that there's a spot down here which really doesn't have much. Oh, there's that little wire connector. Oh yeah, there's some, there is one pocket in here which is useful. I can put tools and whatnot in there. Okay, there's a section here which actually you could put some stuff in, like a lot of stuff by the looks of it. So this is an empty bottle, and it has a nice little flip open flap. You never know what that could be useful for. Sugar, salt, and pepper, and it fits in there just nicely, as does my MD380 for my ham radio stuff. Okay, and there's still room down here for something else, like a knife. In fact, that's where I think I'll put my knife. If I want to put it in the pack, that's where it'll go, right in there. Because if you're not in the wilderness and you're walking around with this big knife on your belt, that makes you look tough, and that might get some people, let's say you want to be as low key as possible in a bug out situation. This is the bag for my tripod, which I might not take with me. Although I might, you never know. But it's very useful in that it's coming undone, so I'll have to fix that. But anyways, you could put stuff in here, and when you're ready, seal it up, and then you can hang it from your pack somewhere. This pack really isn't, like I say, it's not designed for bugging out. For now, I'll just stick it in here. And something I always carry with me, whether I'm bugging out or whatever, is this. It's just a little container which holds various things like allergy pills and Tylenol, that sort of thing. You should always have something like that on your person. So that's it. Bug out pack is ready to bug out. So if you've done this, by all means send me a picture of your bug out pack or your SHTF bag, or your simple Go bag, whatever you want to call it, and let me know what it looks like. So take care, be safe, and watch for updates on my Go bag. Bye for now.